Hi everybody, Carissa here with Inky Fairy Designs for MarkerPop today, and I'm going to show you how I colored the folds on the hat of this image by the Greeting Farm. It's called Day Out, and I wanted to share my process. Um, I colored this image as part of the 30-day coloring challenge that Katie is doing over on the Daily Marker blog. So first I'm starting by inking my image with Memento Tuxedo Black ink and stamping it on Copic Expressit cardstock. I did speed up the video just a little bit for just so that it wouldn't take so long, and I'm laying out the marker caps so that you can see the colors that I'm using in the order that I'm using them. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my second lightest color, which is the B24, and I'm going to start mapping out where I want those folds to be. And I'm just using the image as a guide, and I'm going around where the shading would be the darkest. And I'm also using where the artist has already drawn the lines for the folds as a guide to extend those further into the image. So you can see I'm just laying down that B24 around the different areas that I think the folds would be, and leaving some of the white area for the highlights so that it will give you that look of the folds. Now I'm coming in with the B34, and I am going around those same areas and just mapping that in as well. And so basically what I'm doing is I'm building up my color, starting with the lightest color and then bringing in the darker colors, adding it on top of where I already mapped it out with the lightest color, and then taking it a little bit further up into the image. So you can see I'm just slightly blending here, not doing a whole lot, just really getting a guide down for where I want those folds to be. Now I'm coming in with my darkest color, which is the B37, and I am outlining where the darkest shadows would be. And I'm not doing any blending with this color because I want that darkest area to be really significant and really have that shading. So I'm just laying it down, and I kind of use like a flicking motion when I am bringing that in the middle of the image so that it's a little bit softer, since I don't have an outline to line it against. Now I'm coming back in with my B34, and here's where I will start blending those colors together. So I'm taking it against the B37 that I had laid down, and I'm flicking it out to blend those two colors together. And you can see I do that same flicking motion in the middle of the image just because I don't have that line to start up against. Now I'm taking the B24 and I'm going just up against the B34 and kind of blending that out a little bit more, and you can see that I go more and more into the white area of the image to give that blending, and you can see how the folds are starting to form here on the image. Now I'm going to take my lightest color, which is the B21, and I'm going to go over all of the coloring to blend it together and see where I need to darken it up. But this is where you can really see the folds starting to take their shape, and you can see how everything is starting to blend together. So now I'm going to come back in with the B37, which is my darkest color, and I'm going to just lay that again right along the deepest shadows where I did before. And again, I'm not going to do any blending with this. I'm just adding that line there as that darkest shadow of the folds. And I do use the lines that are already on the image. I do go against those with that darkest shade. So now again, I'm going to come in with the B34 and just start blending that out again. Blending and softening that B37. And you can really see the folds starting to have more definition here as I blend these two colors together. And now I'm going to come in with the B24, and again I'm just going to lightly flick those colors, the B34 against the B24, and add some more definition and get some more of that blending in. And then the final step I'm going to do is add the B21. And there you see how I created the folds in this hat. And you can use this technique for any piece of clothing that might have kind of like these loose folds. So I hope that helped. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a thumbs up and follow me if you'd like to see more.